Hello, students. I welcome you to today's lecture. Today's lecture, I am going to give on a poem named Character of a Happy Life. That poem is the very first poem in your poetry section. Character of Happy Life is written by Sir Henry Wotton. You should know about the poet also because you have to give reference to every stanzas in your examination paper. So here I am giving you a general details of Sir Henry Wotton. Sir Henry Wotton was a famous scholar and critic of the 17th century. He was a worldly wise and practical man. He was educated at Winchester at Queen's College, Oxford, and entered the Middle Temple to qualify for practicing at the bar. He was an ambassador at the court of Venice and employed on various other diplomatic missions from 1604 to 1624. His definition of the ambassador has become proverbial. He says, an ambassador is an honest man sent to lie abroad for the good of his country. Now, here, this is the picture of Sir Henry Wotton. You should be able to identify him. Next comes about the poem. Now, what you are going to learn in the poem? A little bit about the poem should be there in your mind. So, I am giving you a brief knowledge of the poem. The poem is one among the best poems on which the poet's fame rests. It is full of morals. The poet has pointed out some qualities which make a man's life sublime. The poem tells that moral qualities are better than worldly possession. In his own peculiar way, he says that a man who is lord of himself, though he may have no land, is an idle person. Thus, in his lines, he says clearly, and having nothing, he hath all. This poem makes a very great appeal to the Indian readers fed on the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, especially chapter 2. The thought contents of the two are very close to each other. Wotton's poem inspires us into adopting a way of life marked by true freedom of thought and action, righteousness, honesty, simplicity, faith, and carefreeness. The poem is rendered into smooth flowing and easy to memorize. Now I shall start with the poem. The first stanza of the poem is, how happy is he, born or taught, that serveth not another's will, whose armor is his honest thought, and simple truth his utmost skill. In these four lines, the poet Sir Henry Wotton is trying to explain that the person who does not have to act according to others' wish is very happy and prosperous. His life is virtuous with no ill will for anybody. He therefore needs no protection. Truth is his only talent. He needs no other talent. This is the gift of God which helps him to lead a happy and honorable life. The second stanza is, whose passions not his masters are, whose soul is still prepared for death, untied unto the world with care of princely love or vulgar breath. In these lines, the poet says that a truly happy man has control over his own strong feelings and desires. He keeps the feelings of anger, worries, love, hatred, and jealousy under his complete control. He is fearless, his life is pure and faultless, so he is not afraid of death. He has no desire for favor of high authorities and kings. He pays no attention to the criticism of common people. He does what he thinks proper. Such a man really leads a carefree and happy life. Now, today I have given the explanation of two stanzas. Students, you have to learn these two stanzas, and then in my next lecture I will explain the other stanzas. The students who are unable to grasp directly my lectures in English, please don't worry. I shall give a Hindi explanation lecture also in future. So, for today, this is my complete lecture. Thank you.